Penn State, number 10 on the final college football playoff ranking, taking on Ole Miss in the Peach Bowl on December 30th. I think this is another opportunity for Drew Aller to play in a big game potentially and get the feel of a big game and what that's like if he's going to continue to improve as a starter at Penn State.
Yeah, this is a very intriguing matchup because you've got one team that is really known this year for how good they are on defense, Penn State, one of the best in the country. In fact, in certain categories, the best in the country. Ole Miss is more known for their offense. Lane Kiffin is a very creative play caller, is a guy that, will get after it and take some chances. He'll go for it on fourth down. He's not the most orthodox guy, but they're productive. Now, the two games they played this year, their two losses were against two very, very good defensive teams in Alabama and Georgia. They did not play as well against those kind of defenses. So we'll see what they come up with. The other thing that's intriguing is I know the new offensive coordinator came from Kansas to Penn State. I think it's Kotelnicki, however you say his name.
Yes.
I think James Franklin wants him to get involved and have this time to get the team ready. How much will he change? How much will they put in between now and a bowl game? And how much can they absorb as a team? So it'll be very interesting to see what Penn State's offense schematically or philosophically will be like in this bowl game. Will they keep more of what they were doing in the last 2 weeks? Or will they try to infuse some of this new stuff that the guys bringing over from Kansas?
You wonder also how much they want to showcase before next year. How much do they want to show of what they're going to look like, especially if Aller is, as expected, going to be the starter moving forward? And do they lose anybody into the transfer portal after this bowl game as well? That'll be interesting to look at. But you mentioned number one in total defense in the FBS. Just Manny Diaz was, when we talked to him before that Black Friday game, he was adamant that he felt like, one, his players believe they're the best defense in the country, and more importantly, Chop Robinson is the best defensive player in the Big Ten by a long shot. And I think it's hard to argue when you watch him just how good the dude is. There are a lot of good players in the conference, but he is certainly in that conversation as number one.